be real slow. Ring walk, crowd roar, lights dim, stage glow. All the chairs crack, bodies hit the mat. Underappreciated fans know where it's at. Wrestle tales told, every champ, every stat. Blood, sweat, and steel cage, that's a fact. In a world unseen, wrestling dreams ignite. Power bombs, drop kicks, midnight fights. Ropes tight, spotlight, no fixing the sight. Underappreciated hearts, keep it real, keep it tight. Underappreciated hearts, keep it real, keep it tight.
Yes, y'all, what is going on? We got another special edition of NXT Time with your boy D-Walk. We got a special guest in the house. We got Black House Booking. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
What's going on, fam, man? Happy to come through. You know, May you subathon. So not only am I streaming on I'm going everywhere. So
Man,
I'm happy to be here.
we are killing it. We killing the wrestling game, and I got my partner, Mr. Joe BNCO. How you doing today, bro?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just, chilling, watching wrestling and enjoying the week.
We're here to talk about that NXT. What y'all think about that NXT this week?
It was okay. We'll talk about some of the things that are irking me later. Let's get started with the show.
Yeah, I haven't been after Stand and Deliver. I really ain't been feeling NXT a lot lately, but I think this last episode kind of got me back. Okay, I'm more tapped in, but I really been out of it, bro. I haven't been liking what I've been saying.
Me either, bro. Me either. Okay. Before I start the match off, what y'all think about Dark State? What's going on with them? What's their reason? Because right now it's showing me they have no reason to be in there. It is showing me like they just like fucking like just for entertainment. It is there just to be there.
They are solely taking out champions. Look at their track record of who they're attacking.
Javon Evans was no champion,
but he was in a championship match. When he was attacked, he was in a championship match.
It's just hard to try to get out just to pay attention to him. It wasn't like the Shield. When the Shield was doing it, they was fucking up everybody. To me, like if you trying to make a name for yourself, you attack every fucking body. To me,
agreed.
They're not making their wins don't feel impactful as it's supposed to feel. Like
no.
Like it don't even feel like they just beat the TNA champion. Like it felt anticlimactic. Like what their momentum should lead to something. Like Hank and Tank is cool, but if you're gonna push the Dark State, they should beat them for the tag team belts like as soon as possible.
Yeah. Hank and Skank. Such a waste of TV time.
I'm still mad they let them get the tag team belts. I start to crash out. As soon as they won the tag team titles, I start to crash out.
Well, I mean, how many other tag teams do they have?
Shit, the way they going, they only gonna have like 2 sets of tag teams because the way they releasing people.
The way they're gonna do like they did the women's division, they're gonna strip all the tag teams down to one person. And then they're gonna have
they show a vignette for Out the Mud. I was like, oh, I forgot y'all was here. I thought y'all graduated and went somewhere else for a second. I'm like, what the hell?
No, they went to catering, and then they came out of catering, and they're going back to catering.
Yeah, I keep saying, would it help OTM if let JTG come back and be their manager? That'd be dope. That like they had a street gimmick and everything. That'd maybe even make people want to pay attention to him, though.
They just need to change their gimmick from OTM to OTC out the catering.
Yeah, that too.
They're doing something that's very. They're not doing something that's very simple.
Yeah,
They acting like Jada Parker isn't a part of that. If she
yeah,
just come out and just walk with them, that'll just give them people just cheer just because they part of them. Let Jada Parker, make them feel like they're a big deal. Like I
yeah.
don't and don't even get me started on her. But they about to do some nasty work to her,
Like
and I'm
Trish
sure Alex
Stratus,
feel the
Hey,
same way.
like Trish Stratus, like they did
yeah.
with Trish Stratus with Tess and Albert.
Hey,
Hmm.
and I heard they about to call Last Legend up to be Becky Lynch's bodyguard.
I could see it.
Yeah, but
That put her in
Last
the main
Legend could
event.
be.
But that will put her right into the main event picture, and then it would give her a chance to split like a Diesel Shawn Michaels. And then
Yeah,
she could
but
be,
no, but
and then she could
let
be
her
the
win it.
women's intercontinental champion.
But let her fucking get the NXT champion, bro. Let her be an NXT champion. Let her have her own thing before she get called up and be the man Raw, bro. That's dumb to me.
Black Couch, how do you feel about this?
I feel like, but I do agree that that's probably the easiest way to do it. But I think they booking themselves into a corner with.
Yeah.
Okay, you bring up Julia. Well, shit. Just make it official, bro. Make Julia and Roxanne official.
Rocks,
like, like
they're making them play both sides of the fence.
that shit's stupid, bro. That shit. And Stephanie Valkyrie says she want to stay there. She don't need to stay there, bro. She's done all she needed to do. The women who should get the NXT championship is the women who've been there, bro. Stephanie got it cool. All right, time to go. You're over on the main roster already.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I was saying Zaria, they fucked up putting Jordan Grace in NXT.
They
Zaria should be in her position, should be in Jordan Grace's position right now. You brought in 3 women at the same time, gave them all promo packages, blah blah blah. Why is Zaria the one that's playing third fiddle? Like she should be in Jordan Grace's position. She hasn't had a
man.
title shot yet at the NXT Women's Championship. That's stupid.
She's not a technical wrestler, not a high flyer like Julia or Stephanie is. Therefore,
Bro.
she played third fiddle. Powerhouses
Zaria-
usually play third fiddle nowadays. They're not. It's not like the Vince days where powerhouses were number one and high flyers were last.
Zaria
You know
give me Spinneroonie Kane vibes.
Jordan Grace needs to hang up her boots.
She had Julia taking some crazy ass bumps just to not be on the roster. Like that should be her last match on NXT. I'll be cool with that if that was Julia's last match, but it has to be the last match. We're not getting Julia Stephanie rematch unless it's on the main roster, which is fine.
The fact that when we get to that match, we'll talk more about that because I really have a lot to say about that match because that match pissed me the fuck off so much.
No, a lot of these matches been was weird, like a what the fuck moment this week. Like I said, the Hankenstein match with Dark State.
Look,
it was dumb as fuck to me. It didn't lead to nowhere.
Dark State went over Hank and Skank, and Joe Blow Hendry, and they're making Joe Blow Hendry just a jobber because he's never really winning matches on WWE programming. He's usually taking L's, laying on his back like he should be doing, like a jobber should, and that's where he needs to be, on his back, because he's not worth a shit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't take Stefan serious. I can't take Deion Lennox serious.
He's talking
the
about her.
Doing before this, I can't take him serious, bro. I can't. Even if he gonna kill multiple 6-7 people, I still can't take him serious because his shit he did before.
The Brainiac image that he had, the Urkel image he had, is forever stuck in people's heads.
Mm-hmm.
And to get that out of someone's head, you can't. It's already stuck there. People put him with Urkel right away. Like it was an automatic connection with the glasses and the way he dressed, the way he spoke. Like it was just automatically he had Urkel vibes.
You can't forget about that.
I don't think they got a secret leader either. I think they're going to drop that whole thing. I think it's just them at this point because everyone who thought it was, they just don't do shit with him. Like if Trick Williams is the leader, what's the point at this point?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, but it looks like he might be because he's the one that came out during the match and caused the distraction to help them win. and they didn't attack Trick. They have not yet attacked Trick once.
But if they did do it, it's too late because, like I said, it been what, months? Man, it's too late now. Like, people don't even care no more.
Yeah, but they haven't attacked Trick at all. If you haven't noticed,
You
all
know?
the times they've attacked people, they've never attacked Trick. Anytime Trick was in the equation, he was out of the ring.
You sure? I believe they didn't they jump him one day?
Nope.
I'm positive. Hold on.
They jumped Obafemi, Javon, Ethan Page even got it, I think. Ricky Saints might have gotten it. I can't remember if he did or not. Hank
but it won't
got
make
it.
sense.
Axiom got it.
But it won't make sense because they about to call him up to the main roster. It won't make sense for him to be in the group.
I don't know. I'm starting to get a look. I was saying in one of my shorts, I think they're gonna try to make Trick like the Booker T of NXT. He might get one more championship and then they'll call him up so his ceiling could be a one-time champion on the main roster, bro. I could see something like that because it's been too long at this point. If they was gonna call him up, they should have just called him up after Stand and Deliver. Because why are you even trying to get a title shot, bro? You lost that many times, bro. And he should beat Joe Hendry for the TNA strap. They ain't gonna do it, but what's the point of having a partnership if nobody's never going to get a significant win out of the like even if I'm WWE, I'm like, all right, bro, take the NXT North American Championship, show it off on TNA. You know, we'll beat Moose for his title. We'll something like, what's the point?
It's dumb. Like, to me, it's dumb. Like I said, to me, like, they should have started an invasion angle. The invasion angle should have been started, and that's when titles should have been swapping around. But like I said, like you said, what's the point of them partying when ain't no title swapping? They ain't even really wrestling each other.
You should have TNA guys taking all the NXT titles.
Man, come on.
From NXT and taking them back to TNA, and then TNA is like all the NXT guys like, all right, TNA guys like, we got to do something. These guys took all of our belts to their show and are holding our titles hostage.
Yeah,
we need to go get our shit back.
Yeah, I would have thought that was happening when Wesley was wrestling the Rascals, and when you like all that. That's when I would have thought it was gonna happen.
That's when I thought it was going to start to happen too. That when Moose came in, I really thought it was going to start. And then they brought the Hardys in. I was like, damn, this shit's about to get down.
They need to let NXT have their own war games again. I would love to see NXT versus TNA war games match. I think that would probably be the payoff. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Now the Triple A, they're gonna do a Worlds Collide. I'm like, can we add TNA to that Worlds Collide shit? Like,
they're in it. They're in it.
Oh, they're in it. All right, bet.
Yeah, it's a collab between WWE, NXT, TNA, and Triple A.
So it should be a triple threat match between all three world champions, Obafemi, Joe if he got it, and then I don't know. They said Alberto going there, he's gonna, but I don't know.
He signed.
Respond to that.
He signed.
I don't know if people are gonna be receptive, but I'll be receptive, bro. It's been a long time. I know what he did, but I just want to see good wrestling, bro. I'm not worried about, you know.
He came back from obscurity to high school gyms back to the mainstream. He did the work. He put in the time. It's not like he diddled kids or anything like that. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not like he did anything really super, super ugly. He didn't murder people. So like, let the guy wrestle.
Who you're talking about?
Alberto.
Okay, so this is a point somebody said. If you let Alberto come back, somebody said you gotta let Velvet Dream come back.
Velveteen showed himself to a minor. There's a difference.
No, but also look what.
No.
No, hold on. Come on.
Kitty shit needs to get the hell out of here and never come back.
No, I'm saying so they say.
He never denied it.
You ain't got it. Hey, you ain't got to deny. Okay, they fucking Snoop ain't never said he killed fucking Tupac or know about the shit. But let's just talk about that though. But like I said, he never denied it. But then they got proof of Alberto Del Rio fucking beating up women, felony charges. He got felony charges, bro. Come on.
He's Mexican, man. They do that.
That's that bullshit, bro. That's that bullshit.
Bro, WWE overlooks certain things. And Velveteen Dream, morals don't matter. As long as the shit wasn't in court, Velveteen Dream, they ain't gonna bring him back though. But
hey, Black House, hold on.
He's blackballed forever, bro.
Hey, hold on. I gotta hit Joe with this right here.
Catch me outside. How about that?
That's crazy.
They might as well bring me Odyssey Jones though, but
Odyssey Jones didn't actually do nothing wrong. He was proven
exactly. If it's my man, what you guys said, man?
But they weren't doing shit. But they weren't doing shit with him, so leave him alone.
That was their way to get out of that anyway. They was trying to get out of that because think about if he would have stayed. The New Day shit now, I couldn't imagine what would be going on with that shit. Because they're still a comedy gimmick themselves.
Yeah.
So what the fuck he gonna do? He gonna be a comedy heel too? No, he's too big for that. So
way too big. Know. Hey, but this is what made me mad about New Day. I know this off subject. You remember when they was heels, but they still had the old New Day theme music, but they was assholes. They was assholes and they was heels, but then now they got their theme music changed, and then I can't stand New Day now.
Really?
I hate them.
I actually like them.
They're doing good work. Yo, they do their best work with the backstage segments and shit. And the wrestling, what they don't give New Day is like something that like that War Raiders match was just random, bro. Like if you really think about it, at WrestleMania, it wasn't really the build-up was ass. It was no real feud. Like the New Day gonna take the straps off of anybody. It got to be a real babyface tag team, which Raw doesn't have at this moment in time. So, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, so, say his name and he appear. Say his name and he appear.
I got you, Ed.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, y'all?
That's not Joe Blow Hendry.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
We just walked.
What?
Oh, I'm waiting for the button.
Oh, wait on Joe.
Is there a chicken butt button? Are you gonna hit?
No. Hey, Influential want to join too.
Influential.
I sent them.
Yeah. Okay. Bet.
Y'all there? Visible man and woman.
Oh, that is gonna be rough. And raw. We're gonna be raw.
What the fuck?
It's gonna be rough and raw.
What the fuck was that?
That's what she said last night.
Yo, what the fuck was that?
That was a cooking show.
Wow.
He said, "I'm gonna push the button, and I ain't gonna say shit after I push it. You just accept it."
His microphone had issues last time. I think he's having the same issues tonight.
Ed.
Yo, we got another guest in this joint. Mr. Ed,
how are you, sir?
What's good? I'm doing good.
Thank you for coming on, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that first match, I wasn't feeling that first match.
Yeah.
That 6-man tag, I felt like it was ass.
That shit was trash. That shit was I rate that shit a pillow, 2 pillows and a blanket.
I raised your 2 pillows and a blanket, an air conditioner, and a ceiling fan.
Damn. I think it could have just been a tag team match, and like the Joe Hendry shit, him and Trick could have just had a segment or opening pro, and then he still cost Trick the Battle Royal or whatever, later on in life.
Yeah.
They should have had Dark State versus Hank and Tank to set up a tag team rivalry so they could get the belt. I think
Hank and Tank are the only tag team to wrestle over 20 matches this year.
On NXT.
Yes, they probably tired. That's a lot of wrestling.
There was a lot of comments. I didn't realize how many comments.
I told the fam to come through, man.
Red Hand Cam, how are you, sir? Q Lee, hello.
But yeah, that match was all right. It's just after Stand and Deliver, like the after shows after WrestleMania, Raw, SmackDown, I'm like, okay, and then NXT, I was just like, oh, what the fuck? Usually NXT would come with some crazy shit after Stand and Deliver and after WrestleMania, but like until this last show, I just really didn't give a fuck. And I'll say this before we get into all this shit. Like WWE has money, right? And I know NXT developmental, but I'm tired of them weak ass locker rooms with the wood lockers and shit.
Yeah.
Y'all multi-billion-dollar company. Just because we know it's the C show, I don't need to come on now. Like get the motherfuckers a real locker room. I'm tired of seeing it. This ain't fucking All American on the CW, bro. This is like I'm tired of seeing that shit, bro.
I feel like they could have did a lot more with Joe and Trick. Like you don't have to get Dark State involved at all. I felt like that was just kind of random. And I do think Trick should win the TNA title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. AO Fab. Hank and Tank give you Public Enemy vibes.
Yeah.
They come off like Public Enemy from back in the ECW, WCW days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you guys?
Oh, go ahead,
Yeah.
Curtis. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was asking, did we cover any of NXT yet? Or are you guys talking?
No.
Covering
We got the first match.
Because it's 6-man,
Okay.
Dark State and versus Joe Hendry and Hank and
Tank is Tank.
Yeah. And did you guys actually like that match? What?
No.
I mean, I know you
No.
had some strong thoughts on Hank and Tank.
No.
Okay,
No.
well, I have a new button for that. It's called.
Let's see why.
She's less offensive than regular garbage, but she's still garbage.
Oh, that's a good one.
They are garbage.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't approve of the match.
Doo-doo.
Okay.
That
Go ahead.
button was specifically for the Jada and Petrovic match, so we're gonna play that button again for both those motherfucking bitches. Continue.
It's just a good clip because she said the word garbage like 10 times in kind of 30 seconds. But yeah, so the match NXT started out with that match. I thought it was pretty good, honestly. Blackout booking and influential sports. What were your thoughts?
So the match itself was cool, right? I just think I was saying I think that you could have just did Dark State versus Hank and Tank to set up, the tag team rivalry. I think Joe Hendry and Trick could have just, promo battle back and forth. We don't gotta have two interferences. They're gonna fight for the belt anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, Hank and Tank, I like their match at Stand and Deliver. That was the first time I really paid attention to them. Because the booty shorts, I just couldn't get with the booty shorts at first. But they give me that heavy machinery vibes. Otis and the other motherfucker, I forgot his name. But that's how I feel about them. That's the kind of what they mirrored off of, I think. But I mean,
I agree with that. The match was all right. There wasn't nothing special.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was the comedic part of like where they're all in the ring and then they kind of like turn around at the same time and do the Joe Hendry pose, like a trio. That was cute.
Stealing from Edge and Christian.
I was thinking that too when they did that shit.
Okay.
5 second pose.
Man.
Also, I want to say this real quick. Dion Lennox, his acting, his the continuation of his storyline where he gets so pissed off that Odyssey, Osiris had to jump in and like say, "Hey, use your head. Use your head. Stop. You're about to get fucking disqualified." Every member of Dark State have to tell Dion, chill the fuck out. He's like the Billy Bats.
He's just full of rage
of wrestling for some weird
He
reason.
wasn't like that. He wasn't like that when he's by himself.
Only took the glasses off.
Yeah, no, but still, I can't take him serious. You can't. He been Stefan all the time. Now he want to switch to try to go to motherfucking goddamn Hannibal Burrs, or now you want to flip out and go out. It's too late for that. I look at you as Stefan, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well, so real fast, what were the ratings for this match? I give it a solid B.
I give this match 2 pillows and a blanket.
All right.
C plus.
Okay.
I give it a C.
All right. All right. Well, there you go.
What?
Invisible Man. What are your thoughts?
I give this match a B plus because it shows that Dark State kind of like shows off a little bit more. Hank and Tank is just a comedy act right now. For now, we have a team coming back that are their fucking rivals, so we'll get to them later on in the show. Well, I hate those motherfuckers, but we're just gonna talk about those motherfuckers anyway. But after that,
I believe there was a backstage segment.
Yes,
and then
Dan Hale, Petrovic, and
man.
And the fact that when Jada Parker and Petrovic are talking, all I heard was this.
She's less offensive than regular garbage, but she's still garbage.
Hey, and no Nikita Lyons, she haven't got released, so she must be.
Nikita Lyons is going to evolve.
Keto Lines is supposed to be on TNA. It's supposed to be on TNA tomorrow, and it's supposed to be on Evolve next week. Next week, I believe.
I don't care what y'all say. She pleases somebody in the background.
All right. Anyway,
I'm just saying.
You're not lying.
They keep her around for
Y'all let Jada, man. Y'all let fucking Cora Jade go and kept her. Man, she big time hand job all the way around. Everybody, writers, executives.
I would be desperate to relive my glory days.
Oh, shut up, Lexus. Here we go. Another greedy white man who's not content with what he already has.
Okay, I'm done.
Talking about Cora Jade.
Why do you have that? Why the fuck do you have that?
Cora Jay's been around the locker room more times than anybody.
Okay, all right. So next up was the next match, which is Zarya and Kehlani Jordan. In terms of Carmen, or I'm getting the name wrong, but Thea Hale and that whole trio backstage. I don't know. Yeah, they're trying things out with the women's division, and I respect it. It's going well. Let's see, Kehlani and Zarya. What did you guys think about this match? I thought it was giving me boss fight vibes. Honestly.
Yes. Oh, also, yeah. Cardala, Invisible Woman, compared it to like if Kehlani was a level 5 warrior and then she stood up to a level 50 warrior. It just seemed off. The whole
surviving as long as you can.
And shout out to Sol Ruka's facial expressions. The part where Zarya speared Kehlani into the barricade, Sol Ruka's expression, if you go back, ladies and gentlemen, were scared, surprised, and then slightly aroused. And after that, Zarya put her in the ring and F5'd her, F10, I guess. It's called Descent to Hell for the 1, 2, 3. Kehlani back to catering. B+.
Zarya give me Kane vibes after he did the spin-a-rooney. That's what Zarya gave me. They done made Zarya the softest motherfucker person ever. Like her fucking thing she come out with supposed to be like terrorizing and fucking like they got her like fucking Barney now.
Zarya's gimmick was supposed to be end of the world, apocalyptic doomsday, and she was supposed to be bringing the doomsday. And WWE fucked that up.
Yeah,
it's really
bring the doomsday,
and she's fixing it now. Like, did you notice after the match she was all raged up until Sol Ruka grabbed her hand? She's like, "Oh shit, hey Sol Ruka."
But you're fixing something way after the fact when you shouldn't have to fix it. Do it right the first time. You don't have to fix it.
Yeah,
it's called bad writing. NXT. Come on now, you know that.
That's just like we see Brock Lesnar. He's supposed to be the most dominant person ever. He lose 20 fights in the UFC and then win 10, and then you expect him to be the most fucking dominant fucking fighter ever. No, you fucking known as you suck because you getting lucky.
First off, I love the comparison that you compared Zarya to Brock Lesnar. That's gonna be clipped, and that's on.
She do the same move as him. She do the move as him.
She does
the opposite arm F5.
She looks good. In this match, she looks fucking good. But we have guests here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Back Black Couch booking influential. Anyone you guys want to go first? Please tell us your thoughts on the match. Up to you.
This is a lose-lose situation because Kehlani Jordan, she's the first ever women's North American champion, and she's still going after the title. She pinned Roxanne Perez, a 2-time women's champion. Why is she not in the main event picture? The Lola Vice can lose in a ladder match and just say, I want a title shot after Battleground. Why can't Kehlani Jordan do the same thing? Somebody please tell me why. Because Lola Vice, this is the last time she won a match other than the qualifier. Because she just lost a chance in the liver. Now she wants a title shot after Battleground. And then with Zarya, it's no reason for her to be in a tag team. Like neither her or Soul Ruka need to be in a tag team. Like you have all these makeshift tag teams and you get rid of the actual ones. So it's really a lose-lose. And Zarya will probably be the one to take it from a Soul Ruka, which wouldn't be bad. But it's like I don't think it really helps either one of them. The match was a solid match. But I give it like a C plus.
It helps Zarya from a standpoint of, well, yeah, she can still, wrestle. She can still look dominant. I kind of get why they put her with Soul Ruka. They was trying to do the Zoe Stark, Io Sky thing, right? But really, you don't have to add that type of shit to Zarya. Some people could be plain old dominant, badass, world destroyer, blah blah blah. I don't need her to have a fucking video package where she dropping the ice cream and Soul Ruka doing all that. Zarya should have the same presentation like Jordan Grace has, but the reason why they can't do that is because Jordan Grace is there. Like just close your eyes, take Jordan Grace out the picture. Imagine we would have got Zarya versus Julia, and now Zarya competing for the women's championship. The women's championship was supposed to be 3 people: Zarya, Julia, Stephanie Valkyrie, because y'all brought all 3 of them here for that. And we can't even get Stephanie versus Julia rematch. So why can't Zarya come back up? And you book Kalani Jordan. Wasn't she supposed to be heel? What happened? She was doing her best work when she was about to turn heel. They said, "Oh no, fuck it, we can't do that no more. Too many heels, bro." Like having a great women's division is great, but after a while, you kind of start saying, "Damn, we got too many motherfuckers. We can't have all of them up here." Kalani, not yet. Jada Parker, not yet. We'll put you in the match, but not yet. It's like, yo, come on, get these motherfuckers to just sign off of that roster. Jordan Grace should be on the main roster, bro. You sign the outsiders, make them go to the main roster. Fuck learning the system, learning all that bullshit. Penta ain't had to learn the fucking WWE system. Ray Phoenix had to learn the WWE system. Stephanie Valkyrie would have been the star regardless, bro. Off the sex appeal alone, if people didn't know who she was.
But did you notice, Black House, that the AEW people that have come in really have not had to learn WWE's way of doing things because they're already adapted to AEW, which is almost the same thing.
Yep.
That's why they take to it so fast.
Yeah. And I see what you're. Yeah. Go ahead.
My rule is if you're coming from AEW, from All Elite Wrestling, from AEW into WWE's program, you shouldn't have to go to NXT, right to the main roster.
Yeah. No, I agree actually that Jordan Grace does belong in the main roster because she's already, experienced in wrestling, and that is kind of like the thing that's been sticking out to me is Zarya and Jordan Grace are kind of similar. Like they are similar. And I think NXT is too small of a pond for both of them to be fighting at the same time. So I agree, like they're trying to figure out how to configure all these different women in these different matches, and
technically there's only 9 women now for 2
I'm going to say something about Jordan Grace, and that is the fact that after almost breaking her own neck twice in one match, and then almost breaking somebody else's neck this yesterday, I think it's time for her to step down.
We'll talk about that later. That's for the main event. That's for the main event, Joe. We got a clip of that.
Okay.
I'm ready to send her back to some indie high school gym.
Okay. Well, we got Demo Goldberg then too.
Who?
We got Demo Oldberg too.
He's old.
So the next match was who was the next match?
Kalani Jordan versus
No, they already did that. Klein Jordan versus Zarya. We just talked about that. What are you talking about? You put the wine bottle down.
But wait, real quick.
Hey, this made me want to drink. This made me want to drink more now. This battle royal because this shit was dumb as. But to me, honestly,
hold on. Let's take Black Coach Book and say his piece.
Huh? Real quick, the segment with Jada Parker, Carmen Petrovic, and Thea Hale, that shit is like, I don't know if y'all ever played a Mortal Kombat game and you played the story mode, right? Like they will have motherfuckers fight for the littlest thing. Johnny Cage bump into fucking Jax. Hey, motherfucker, let's fight now. Jada Parker want to fight Carmen Petrovic because she told her to bend to bend up Ashante to Adonis. That is one of the stupidest reasons to fight. Y'all could have made up anything in the world, but I mean that's shit for you. They do that all the time, but that was dumb. That was stupid to me.
Yeah. I was really expecting a fight between Thea and Jada, and I was expecting okay, that'd be crazy if she gets a third tap out, especially with Jada. But no, we're waiting for that one.
But I want to talk about the comment that Mr. Little RJ Blizzy said. Zara should have backstabbed So Ruka. No need for her to play second fiddle. Now, the reason I brought up I'm sorry, Zaria. I want to say about this comment because two things happens. When So Ruka had the facial expression, and I told you guys, it went from some shock to surprise to kind of the arousal. Shout out to Fightful. They had two versions of this. What would happen? One, So Ruka is being dumb and playing dumb until Zarya betrays her and then goes after the belt. Or two, So Ruka realizes this girl's a monster, and if I can control this monster, no one will ever take my belt ever again, because all I have to do is just send Zarya after them. That's what Kaylani did. I'm gonna go after your belt. Well, if you beat me, you can get it. You didn't beat me, Kaylani, so you're never gonna fucking get it. Next, and it keeps going and going until Zarya's like, "Can I get a belt chance?" Yeah, sure. So we're gonna beat. So we're gonna cheats. We get So Ruka heel. Something that I've been waiting for a very long time. Honestly,
Zarya is going to go heel.
Go either way.
Hey, but I didn't like that backstage comment, that segment where goddamn Jada Parker was talking shit like, dog, until you win a match and win anything serious, you can't say shit.
Thank you. Oh,
she's still not being humble about it either.
Of course not. And guess what? I have a button. I have a button for her. It's this.
She's garbage. She's garbage. I took out the garbage.
When people lose like that, you got to get humble. She's not even humble.
She ain't even recycling. She's normal garbage. Even worse.
Good reference, Joe. Thank you for remembering.
Look, I can only get 8 seconds worth of things before I get copyright.
No, it's funny we were talking about video games for the Battle Royale, because that really felt like a moment in.
Let's talk about that fucking crazy Battle Royale. We had Elijah coming back, and by the way, CW, you guys are fucking dicks. You had to mute Walk with Elias. You had to.
I noticed that.
Yeah, I saw it I was looking for the uncensored version on my off time, and I saw it. I'm like, and then there's a couple holy shit chats.
Can I say something though?
He almost fucked up too. He said, "Who wants to walk with Elijah?"
He did. He fucking felt that rhythm.
This how I feel. Why the fuck you got tag team in battle royals, in individual battle royals? Why the fuck is it tag teams in there? They don't make. Then they want to apologize after they fucking knocked it. Why?
It's called story.
No,
they don't got a deep men's division like the women's. The women's could have been a double battle royal.
Yeah, and there's like 4 or 5 men's tag teams and not that many women's tag teams. So you got to use the men's tag team.
Y'all just wrestling tag team
glory hole.
Y'all just wrestling in tag team match. Now y'all in the battle royal. Now you put your partner out and you apologize and everything. So instead of y'all making an understanding where y'all hey, this competitive one-on-one and everything, why? It don't make no point to have tag teams in singles battle royal.
It makes for better storytelling I realize they've been doing that more this year, tag teams and the whole So Ruka and Zarya thing. They're trying to go the friendly route versus everybody hating each other.
Friendly route when you put your
work
partner
together
out.
In the ring.
Yeah.
And then,
no, ain't no such thing. But that's the problem. That's the problem. When they isn't doing it, they helping with each other, and then at the end they putting each other out. How about y'all make a tag team battle royal instead of an individual battle royal?
I agree with
that. It's done.
Because they're going on a path. Joe, go.
First off, they have tag teams in the match because look how hard it was for them to get a 25-man battle royal together in the first place. They had to pull from LFG, Evolve, and TNA to get a 25-man battle royal together. They had
and LFG.
3 other sources. 3 sources, not including NXT. The 4 sources if you count NXT to get a 25-man battle royal together. 4 sources. So if you
What
don't
I say,
include
Joe?
tag teams, that's gonna fuck things up.
Yeah, you have a 10-man battle royal. It looks stupid. Like I said, if this was the woman, you can do a 40-woman battle royal and bring in Humphrey and bring in the Olympian from LFG, bring in Zeta Steel, Layla Diggs, Aria Bennett, Kali. Like you can go off the bat with that shit.
How many single wrestlers can you get out of LFG, NXT, fucking TNA single wrestlers? You can name of instead of having tag teams in there.
Hit the comments.
Apparently 25. That's
Hit
the answer.
Hit them damn comments. Little RJ Blizzy.
Shiloh Hill, I would have liked to see more of him.
Little
RJ.
Blizzy.
He was always rotate against Javon.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about the outcome of this match because it was
the final four.
Yeah, I was gonna say the final four was Sean Spears, Ethan Page, Javon Evans, and
Miles Bourne.
Which
they came out of nowhere.
Came out of left field, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Can I say something?
I'm happy.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm gonna say something. This you had motherfucking who was it that called Javon Evans and threw him out the ring? But you have Obafemi, and who was that's supposed to call him, but then they took the cutter, Obafemi and Trick. This is exactly why I say Javon need to pick up at least a little weight, bro. He got to.
So I remember the end of the match. I remember the end of the match. Exactly. It was kind of funny. Javon, let me say this, Joe. So I say this quick. Javon was doing the bouncy stuff. He was going to do a double cutter on Spears and this guy, but then they moved, so they hit Miles. After he tried to do the bouncy thing again, they both grabbed him and then threw his ass out. He hit the announcer's table. After that, Ethan and Sean's like, we're gonna help each other. I'm evil and you're evil, but we're gonna help each other, and immediately try to throw each other out. Both these guys. Miles threw out Spears. Spears was supposed to grab his head with his legs and bring him down. There was a miscommunication. But then Ethan and Sean Spears got kicked out of the ring at the same time, technically, even though Sean Spears grabbed him like a baby and safely put him on the floor. And Miles Bourne, the deaf wrestler, fucking wins.
Last man in the ring. Now, I will give this to Javon Evans because for me, it would have been between the two of them. Javon almost fell out of that ring like almost 10 times.
Oh, yeah, he got unconscious.
Yeah.
He got knocked out for about maybe 2 seconds, and then he realized, oh shit, I'm not supposed to get kicked out. And then
he almost fell, and he like dangled for dear life from that rope. It was impressive.
So we give people battle royal and world title shots now because of disabilities. Is that what's happening?
Nah. He was supposed to get him winning. Actually helps because I figured someone new had to win. Because if it would have been Ethan Page or Javon, I would have been pissed. Bro.
I heard Thatcher
I don't want
was
to see
supposed
the
to original victory.
Who?
Thatcher was supposed to originally win the battle royal.
Oh,
listen.
What were you saying, Mark?
No, Miles winning was perfect because, like we say, NXT men's division is ass, or they don't really have they just have a bunch of guys. Like it's not like when you make a universal mode on WWE 2K, you don't have it's 5 people here, 5 people here. They just like shit, who we gonna go? We can't go with Page again because no one wants to see that again. We can't go with Trick Williams again. We can't go with the fact that it was somebody new. I was like, cool, especially him because the Charlie Dempsey shit. I'm like, it's gonna come into play. So I'm happy that they're building people up.
Ayo, Fab. Yeah, you're right. Miles does have a lot of charisma. To be fair, he does. But Lispy the Lizard doing promo stuff is not going to work with that lisp he's got.
No.
No.
This how I think what's happening.
You gonna hear him lisping 15 minutes into a promo through 15 minutes of lisping promo?
All right.
Hey.
No.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Let me say my piece.
Oh my God.
Hey, this how I see it happening though.
Hold on.
He gonna face Obafemi. Neither it's gonna be a fucking job match or somebody gonna interfere. And what if he part of Dark State? I'm just saying.
No.
What if? I'm saying what if? I'm just saying what if.
Leader.
Me neither.
Miles Bourne. Like Miles Bourne doesn't need dark state right now. Like Miles Bourne needs to be. Look, they're calling him the young Randy Orton. The crowd was calling him the young Randy Orton.
Yeah,
get his own little path.
But right now, the only way I see him is if he beat Obafemi either way, if he have help.
Of course, he will have help. Yes.
There's no way he gonna be Obafemi or whatever. He gonna have to have help. It's gonna be interference, or it's gonna be a squat.
But he don't.
Hold on. By the way, we are old enough to hold up, Joe. We are old enough, D-Walk and Joe, to understand that we have seen enough Tyler Breeze matches to understand that Tyler Breeze goes to the dance but never gets the condom. All right. Well, let's just say right now that Miles Bourne is going to the dance, but he ain't getting laid. Let's just say that.
Whoa! You gotta ding yourself now, buddy. You got come on, man. Ding yourself, man. Come on.
I got it. I got it. Here we go.
Oh, that is gonna be rough. And raw. We're gonna be raw.
So what are you gonna call? What are you gonna call
about
Miles
pie,
Bourne?
by the way. She's talking about pie. Now moving on.
What are you gonna call Miles? What are you gonna call Miles Bourne? The derpy viper?
Yeah.
Now, disregard the comments of Joe. I like the Miles one. It's somebody different. We always see the same faces that are like the stars of the show. And I'm glad to see somebody different stepping into the spotlight. Now, if Javon had been the one to win, it would have been too quick. Because honestly, if he fights Oba one-on-one, I could see Javon winning. So I don't think it was time for that yet. Do I think that Miles is going to win the match against Oba? No. Does that say anything about him as a wrestler? No. That's just the storyline. Like it's kind of to be expected that this is the story leading up to who's really going to take the belt. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say it like this: a lot of people ain't alcoholics like me. So if Javon Evans win within the next 6 months, I'll buy them a 12-pack of any pop, soda, cold drink they want. Javon Evans is not winning no titles, no time soon.
He could. He might not win for a long time, but he could win it.
He'll win it. What Javon Evans is in the women's weight division.
Legitimately, he is.
He going.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Zarya weighs more than Javon does.
Darby Allin weighs more than he do. Damn near double.
And she's shorter. George Grace weighs more.
I'm just saying.
I could see NXT slowly moving on to a new set of stars. The current releases.
They need to move on to something. It's getting quite boring. I would have rather seen Sean Spears versus Oba because I feel like Sean Spears would have had more of a slower, meticulating pace in the match, and it's something that Oba's not used to dealing with.
Oh, what about Ethan Page?
Yeah, I mean, Ethan Page has already, been in the world title picture.
No, but have Ethan Page wrestled one-on-one with Oba? No. Exactly.
Yeah. Sean Spears hasn't had a world title shot either, I don't believe.
Sean Spears, they gonna give Sean Spears would deserve a lot of shit, but they ain't giving it to him.
All right, well, here's the thing. Realistically, let's talk about it. Let's break it down.
Okay.
Trick is going up to the roster, or he's going to TNA, so he's not taking the belt back from Oba. This whole trifecta between Oba, Javon, and Trick has been going on for a long time, so it's got to end with taking the belt. Otherwise, what was the point? And it really does seem like they're setting Javon up to be the next superstar. So
I could see that, but I was gonna say with the Miles Bourne thing, I like it because it was a surprise. Like one really good surprise in WWE like that. It was a good surprise. So I enjoyed it. It's gonna be a good match. I don't think he's gonna win. He don't have to win.
Yeah.
If they have a good match, they're gonna have some stuff for him to do. And we gotta chill with the lip stain because I got a lips too. So we're not doing all that.
Thank you. I
like the makeup promos though. That promo with Oba and all them backstage. I was like, oh, I could laugh at Miles Bourne, and he's funny on social media. People using social media to get over. It's probably why they was looking like, let Miles Bourne win that shit. Funny on social media. Randy gave him a nod already, so why not?
Yeah,
because he types.
By the way, I kind of found the moment where he got kind of like popular slowly. It was the moment where Vic Joseph made the line that the crowd was so loud that even Miles Bourne can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was a meme that just went out there, a little clip. And then ever since then, Miles Bourne slowly but surely. I don't want to say this real quick. There's more stuff that happened in the Battle Royal before we continue on. I love that the Culling sacrificed themselves for Spears. Nico Vance pushed Spears out the way and say, "Look, you go." But freaking the other guy, Brooks Jensen, jumps and pushes another guy out the ring. It reminded me of Dragon Ball Super all over again with the fucking Tournament of Power. Then Inamura accidentally pushes Briggs. Inamura and Ridge. Why can't I fucking get Inamura versus Ridge Holland? Yes. That was something that was steaming and fucking Trick Williams. Trick Williams was on something tonight. He was an assassin just coming in. Boom, you're out. Boom, you're out. Boom, you're out. Boom, you're out. And it was good. And I fucking loved it.
But did y'all pay attention to after having any more? They write Inamura off to go back to Japan.
It has to. His time's up.
Thank you for that comment. Javon doesn't have to put on muscle. He is a good wrestler.
What?
Regardless. He doesn't have to bulk up. He's a high flyer. He's bouncy.
3 reasons. Okay. No, come on. Hey,
you're right, you're right. But Jeff Hardy weighs 225 pounds, not 170 like Javon. That's a 55-pound difference, buddy. You don't have to
put on some weight. He don't got to do it right now, but he gonna have to put on some weight in his career.
No,
exactly.
No.
Under 23.
But hold on. When he's supposed to have been wrote off, when fucking he got his fucking jaw broke, that would have been a perfect time to make him just write him off and fucking let him pick up a little weight. Man, he too small. Like fucking no.
He already did that with the jaw.
How many small people? Okay, so how many small people you know that could be compatible to being a champion? He's small. He's real small.
Yeah.
Cruiserweight champion.
Okay.
They don't have a cruiserweight title no more.
Okay, they have the speed championship, which, by the way, Grande Americano won it recently.
The speed championship. That speed championship is compared to the bubble in the NBA to me. It don't count.
D-Walk, you are not on Mars or any other planet when it happened, so it does count. I'm sorry. We all lived through that bubble. We all have to admit it, okay? There ain't no fucking Mandela effect. We ain't doing that shit. Sinbad was a real movie, ladies and gentlemen.
That championship didn't count. That fucking championship didn't count.
When Javon fights Oba, he is going to pick his ass up.
That
man weighs like 300 pounds. So if he picks him up, you can't say shit.
That's fine. By the way,
it's even training.
By the way, Elijah being Elijah, I love the Carmen Sandiego hat. The Wesley and the Rascals feud, I love that no matter what happened, they would always go back to each other. Bring that back if you're going to show that on the Battle Royal. Wesley being a bitch, I'm going to win. You never win, Wesley. You're turning into Jada Parker. Talk all that shit, but never fucking win. By the way, shout out to his new tag team, his tag team group, which is called TNT. Shout out to them. They're getting better. Quietly getting better.
Hey, Wesley give me Ricochet vibes to me. I like Wesley over Ricochet because Wesley could do a lot of crazy shit. They just don't let him do it. To me, honestly.
Because they adore his body not being broken for a year. He just came back from back surgery. Like he needs to not do crazy shit and relax.
Yeah, he's there for the plot, literally.
Exactly.
And they brought Wentz back too, so that's gonna be something with him. In the wrestling world, Javon is like a kid. Yeah, I agree. Like all of these comments, like he's young, he needs time to put on some muscle.
Yeah.
I mean, give him some time. I'm just saying, Randy Orton was damn near a kid when he came. I'm just saying.
Randy Orton, you're talking about Randy Orton, a third generation wrestler who was guaranteed a title as fast as he would because of nepotism. That Randy Orton.
Oh, we are gonna talk about nepotism because oh my god.
Yeah, I don't need a button for that. I don't need a button for that.
But hold on. Let's just say this: Randy Orton put in work to be where he was instead of people getting like, here you go. Randy Orton put in a lot of work. You can't take that away from Randy Orton. Randy Orton.
I was taking a break, ladies and gentlemen. No, D-Walk, look dead in the camera and swear on the Lord that you will believe in that you're gonna tell me that Randy Orton in the beginning was actually good.
No, no. I said Randy Orton. I just said Randy Orton job.
Are
when
we
he
talking
first got
about
there.
when
He
he
put work
first
in.
started?
Yes, when he first started.
Certainly wasn't as
Yes,
bulky as
he
now.
was good. He was good.
He wasn't that good.
You go all the way back to when he first started on WWE TV, when he got hurt and he was doing the RNN report.
Mm-hmm.
He was amazing.
That was pretty cool. That was cool. Then he floundered.
And who
Which
was
I'm
the
saying
top
now.
three?
Yeah.
Who was the top three up and coming at that time? It was Randy Orton, John Cena, and Brock Lesnar. They was the three up and coming at that time.
Actually,
and have you not noticed? Have you not noticed that the company has a weird habit of copying wrestlers and trying to save them for the future? You have a female Brock Lesnar with Bail Humphrey. You have a male Randy Orton with Miles Bourne. You have a 2025 version of Book T called Trick Williams. Why? Come on.
It's not.
I don't know why.
You can't never duplicate nothing. The original always going to be the best.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
They tried aiming to put Scott Putski and push him to the moon too, but that didn't work out.
I mean, to be fair, it's copy and paste in wrestling all the time. It's not like it started yesterday. It's gonna be copy and paste all the time. That's just what it is.
Everybody gimmick recycled.
Yeah, but that's the weird thing now that WWE is like, we know these wrestlers work. We know these people are gonna make money, so let's just find people that look like them and copy. Shout out to Keanu Carver or Cyrus. It looks like Oba. What a coincidence that you just find the same body type as Oba and copy.
Hey, that's just like you ain't gonna never find another Rey Mysterio ever. I don't care what you say. There will never be another Rey Mysterio.
They try. They try.
No, they did find him already. They actually bought the company to get that one guy. It's called El Vikingo. That's the new Rey Mysterio.
You would recognize like Rey Mysterio though.
That got Rey Phoenix.
Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio in his prime was crazy.
Yeah, but they got Rey Phoenix and Penta that are doing that.
They got Vikingo and a couple of wrestlers in AAA.
Not Penta. I think Penta is the most different mask wrestler. That's why I like Penta, because his presentation alone and his mask don't look like theirs. All the rest of them, they got the same fucking mask.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, y'all got to go to different tailors, bro. That's why Penta is shitting on everybody, because he just looks drastically different. Like, I'm rocking with Penta.
Hey, he can be nasty if you want to.
I think
he could fuck you up when you want to.
Too. Like I just see some of the Vikingo matches. I don't think he's nothing like Rey Mysterio.
No,
he's getting there though. He's
crazy
and a little bit of I like Vikingo because this guy is about the same age as Javon, a little bit more older, a little bit more like 21, 22, and is doing things that Javon can never do. Never, not even on a good day, on steroids. So I'm seeing that in the future. Since they bought AAA, bring people in from AAA. You have people that can do the luchador shit, but can do it like it's breathing for them. And if you need wrestlers, they need to honestly, they need to put some AAA players in NXT. They need to, because they need male wrestlers. They need people to fill that division, at least for the North American and the tag team. NXT is fine. You got enough more people for the next.
No, I think Vikingo will feel well.
Go ahead.
Say it again.
I think Vikingo will feel well in NXT because they definitely gonna have to. If they got the pay-per-view coming up, June 7th, I was expecting at least one person from AAA to be on NXT last night. So I was kind of surprised that nobody showed up. You could at least have Vikingo show up because he's probably their top star right now.
Yeah, I mean, the one chick is
besides
Ricochet, and they have another one of the ladies that they brought in from to WWE from AAA has issues with Stephanie Becour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just have Stephanie lose and call up to the main roster. She was the most. She was bigger than half the women on the main roster.
Yeah, but they're in the same company now, so now they're going to have to at some point they're going to have to feud or to be in the same room together at some point.
But not in the same place, though. Not in the same they own AAA, but AAA is not hanging out with them every time they go to a different country or town or whatever.
No, but this is one of the people that they picked up the contract for. They have like 8 wrestlers that they picked up the contract,
but they don't have to interact with each other. No,
they don't. They don't.
They really don't.
Only Vince McMahon should something like that. Triple H's not doing that.
Yeah, Vince Messi.
Now let's.
My bad. If this was Vince, No, my bad. Now they not. I don't think they Messy's like Vince. Like Vince, if it was Vince, you bring back Alberto Del Rio, and then y'all talk about hiring Paige. Vince would do something messy like that. To me, I don't think Triple H would do no messy like that. That's crazy.
On Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about more about Alberto Del Rio, the ups and downs, the kidnapping charges, and the other things that he's done, and the connection to Paige. Because lovely times that we live in, ladies and gentlemen. But let's talk about the main event: Julia versus Jordan Grace. I want to give a shout out to Joe in the group that we have on Facebook. That he brought up a good point. I haven't seen the match yet. I was working in life. And Joe's like, this woman should be fired. This woman should be kicked out. I'm like, why the fuck is Joe pissed off this time? What the fuck's going on now?
Again.
Hold up now. Hold up, Joe. It's called the setup. It's called Ali. We didn't talk about my bad. We didn't talk about Jada Parker match. Let's just pause there for a second. Let's go back to Jada Parker versus Conor.
Yeah.
We were missing a match. Thank you, Influential. I actually wrote it down here. Here it is. Petrovic with Thea Hale at the end versus Jada Breeze Parker. I call her Jada Breeze Parker because, like Tyler Breeze, go to the dance, but you're never gonna get the gold.
Damn.
Sorry.
Burr
Parker.
Okay. During the match, Jada Parker invented a new submission, which was basically like a surfboard or something like that, and her butt was in between. People in the back were happy. I guess Shawn Michaels must have loved that move.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, of course you don't mind.
Which eye would love? Which eye seen it though?
Which eye? What?
Shawn Michaels.
Which eye? Was he looking left or right when he was watching?
I don't know. Her butt's so big you can look left and right. Either way. She did the blockbuster. She did the put the body in the corner, slap the chest, slap the stomach, do the big booty rope, high step. At one point, Petrick was coming back. She did feel a little safe against Jada Parker. She didn't want to kick her in the face. She didn't want to hurt her that much. In the end, Jada Parker grazed Petrovic with the hypnotic. I say again, Jada Parker grazed Petrovic with the hypnotic for the 1, 2, 3. Jada Parker, after the match, got really mad for whatever reason and started beating up Petrovic. Thea Hale came in to pull Petrovic away, and Jada Parker, after trying to doing a second hypnotic, hit her in the face, hit her outside on the apron, and knocked her on the floor. Thea Hale all loopy. Thea Hale looking up in the sky, and then saying,
I'm a grown-ass woman.
But then Petrovic's like, "What's your name?"
I'm your huckleberry.
So that's what happened to her.
But she needs to like upgrade her moves.
Influential Sports, since you brought it up, thoughts and rating of the match.
Initial thoughts, Jada Parker, I still think she should have won in the liver. You could have had you. I don't know why Julia's still in NXT, and I know we'll get to that later, but Julia, Stephanie, Roxanne, they should all be called up. I don't get this them working both brands thing. That really confuses me. But Jada Parker winning, I don't have a problem with and I like the dynamic of Carmen Petrovic and Thea Hale. I think it'll be cool. My thing is, Carmen Petrovic even get a commercial break. Her matches she's lost her last 3 matches, and it hasn't been a single commercial break in any one of them. Like, I don't need her to go on some crazy winning streak. Can the match be at least a little longer? Because she's solid in the ring. It's not terrible. The matches can be at least a little longer. But the match, I give it like a C. And this episode for the NXT, it wasn't disappointing, but it wasn't nothing spectacular.
Yeah, I agree. I do think it was a C. And mostly because it was just for every match doesn't have to serve an extreme purpose to extreme sport. Like I said, it was just one of those matches you play in a fighting game, and out of nowhere, a random boss shows up. It's not really a boss. Jada Parker should have won that stand and deliver. I like Jada Parker, even if she's not on some. It's not about her being the greatest or whatever. This is the Bianca Belair problem in NXT that I think that they had. Why didn't Bianca Belair win the NXT championship? Jada Parker, homegrown, was fighting on Level Up, all this other shit. Let her win because eventually, if not for nothing, she's gonna go off the main roster off of popularity alone, right? But do you want to just send her to the main roster to be eye candy, or do you want to be taken serious? All she got to do is change her moveset. She can cut a promo, in my opinion. She got the attitude, the swagger, the charisma. You need people like that. Just change the moveset, and she's too stubborn to change the moveset. That hypnotic shit should be a signature leading into a finisher, a rock bottom, something like anything else, bro. But they gotta. I would take off TV, rewrite some things, and then put it back on.
The Black House before we get to Joe. What if while she's running, she doesn't do the hypnotic, but she does the Charlotte Flair earlier move? Remember when she used to flip in front of the person? Yeah, that would work.
Can she do that? Is the question. She probably could, but I don't know.
She does a really mean blockbuster. So if you can do a blockbuster, I think you can do the reverse of it. I'm guessing. But that's what I think.
You're talking about the Diamond Dust.
The Diamond Dust? What does Charlotte Flair used to call it? That's what you used to call it? Diamond Dust?
And no, the Diamond Dust is what she was using, though. It's the forward flip of stunner. It's when she flips over flips to the back to the front to the stunner. It's called the Diamond Dust.
That works.
Diamond made it in ECW.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
And then everybody started.
I don't make the clip saying that she's garbage. She's not garbage. She's a great prospect for the future. Her butt is her pride and her hindrance at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
Like,
But look,
great. I've seen the blockbusters. I've seen the moves. You just invented the move where you use the butt as a weapon. Hooray!
Yeah.
That means that Kid Alliance is going to do that shit next time either.
Jada Parker
Selection. Reginald Glass said it was called.
Hey, but Jada Parker
Selection. Appreciate you.
Jada Parker got that it factor. She got the look, she got the moves, and she would be world champ. She would be a champion on OnlyFans.
Thank you, Brizzy, because you know what? You just do this for yourself, dude. Come on.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You wouldn't pay the $9.99. You wouldn't pay the $9.99 to see your OnlyFans.
No, okay.
That's her.
Jada Parker is a talented wrestler. She's a strong wrestler. What I used to say about her, she's got grit, and I still think that.
Little R.J. Blizzy. The Diamond Dust is the person, Simon Diamond, that created the move back in ECW, back in the original ECW. If you know anything about wrestling history, you should know that.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the historian, ladies and gentlemen. He knows the moves. Cardiemgo.
No, we respect that.
See, he old as enough. Look how old he look. He look about 68.
Yeah, that's an old thing. Hey, go on, Cardi. Do you want to talk about?
I don't know what I'm saying. No, Jada's a good wrestler, and I could see her going up to the main roster. I agree. She has the it factor, and I think they're like kind of building her up for something. But yeah, she's just gonna switch up her moves a little bit because, like you said, you can't use your butt forever. You gotta switch it up somehow in the long run.
Danny Palmer had double hip surgery, and she's 25. And I love Danny Palmer. So learn, Jada Parker. You're gonna have a hip surgery and another hip surgery.
You're strong enough to lift people. You can lift people.
Hey,
yes.
Wait till the implants pop. You see what happened.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Hold up, Joe.
Wait. This is a good comment. Did we see this one?
What?
Jada's an athlete with attitude. She got something. Yeah,
she got something, but she's just got something.
She's Aquarius.
She's stubborn on that fucking something.
I'm not gonna say no because I'm not want to get dinged. So I'll be quiet.
I'm 8, 2012. Never seen. What's this way? Never seen the ECW. Sorry,
yeah,
2000. Yeah, you just got to go back and watch it. It's on WWE. It's on Peacock.
19. What year was that? 19 what? It was like 19 what? Like 90.
95, 96.
Yeah. 95. Yeah.
Now, speaking of 96 and speaking of 96 of gold chains and gold teeth, let's talk about. Yeah, I saw that comment. Shout out to that. It's NXT time with D-Walk. We're being a little loose today.
Hey, Judah Stafford.
Gold teeth. Hold up
That's
now.
why
I'm segue to gold teeth and gold chains. Let's talk about OTM. Apparently, they were in a parking lot for the last 2 fucking months, living off just Cheetos and rats. And they said they got out of that. We're not gonna try to get our way to the top to get the belts the proper way. We're just gonna take it. So now we're gonna get a rewatch of OTM versus because they had good matches back in the day. Black Couch booking. Are you happy or sad that they learned nothing and they're back to their old ways?
Yeah, they're gonna be obscure. Nothing's gonna come of it. Look, like I was saying earlier, just do not keep them away from Jada Parker. If you want them to get over, just have Jada Parker at least walk out with them more, at least manage them more, have more backstage segments so they get cheap favoritism. You know what I'm saying? Like Jada Parker's the star of whatever they got going on, but now she doing her own thing. They need her. Eminem wasn't shit without Melina. They need Jada Parker, bro, because I don't give a fuck about these two. They're too big motherfuckers at the fake ass crime time, but they're too big to be crime time.
Yes.
But Black House, the only problem is Mercury and Nitro were both talented.
That too, yeah.
OTM ain't talented.
No.
Hey, they could be Deuce and Domino, something that they need. They need Jada Parker, bro.
They remind me of those twins back in the 90s that were in all the 90s action flicks that never went anywhere.
Oh, you saw the cocky ones.
Yeah.
Hey, one of them died, so you can't say that no more, bro.
I don't give a shit. They sucked ass. That's why they were in some B-rated
action
movies.
Exactly. But
that's where OTM needs to be in the D film.
Here's the point I want to say about OTM. And
I'm dead, bro. I'm dead, bro.
Hold on, I'll ding him later. F-Fletcher Sports, your thoughts on OTM coming back? And do you see them possibly taking the belts off Hank and Tank?
Their return don't really mean nothing. I could see them winning the titles because Hank and Tank, they're not going to do nothing with the titles anyways. They're going to be gassed in 2 weeks to keep wrestling. So they're going to have to take themselves over them at some point.
I hope the Brooklyn Brawler and Repo Man come and get them titles.
No, we'll talk about the Brooklyn Brawler. Oh, no, the Duke the Dumpster Drosy. We'll talk about him on Saturday. He does some bad things, and we'll talk about that later. All right.
I do like Spice right on the ball. I can see him getting another shot.
Okay, I get that. I think OTM. Yeah, I think OTM and Hank and Tank can have some classic matches, kind of like DIY and AOP. The reason I was just saying this because OTM, while you were gone, a group called TNT has been on the rise, and now you can have a fucking problem. So I'm just saying that.
OTM should have been in the most recent cuts.
No, they haven't been injured. They haven't been injured. They're young and they're
You can't get injured. You can't get injured when you ain't on TV for months at a time.
And that's the perfect way. You have these guys for the future, not for the past.
That's a waste of money. Hey,
no, they're not. They're kind of like for now.
If I went in my job, if I went to work and fucking sat in the lobby or sat in the fucking kitchen or locker room all day and not doing that, I'd be fired. That's bullshit. Get rid of their ass.
Now hold on. Yes,
they've only had 3 matches the whole year, and that's from last year into this year.
That's it.
But they want to get rid of Cora Jade. But they got rid of Cora Jade. Come on, man.
Yeah, but that's on Saturday. We're talking about we're still going on that.
Cora Jade's part of NXT.
Cora Jade's gonna get brought up in that last section. In the last
Cora Jade
match.
was part of NXT, and now Cora Jade ain't part of NXT. So Cora Jade talked about her on Saturday.
Cora Jade is part of NXT with D-Walk. So hey, ha.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay, let's talk
about
Cora Jade.
Isn't Cora Jade part of OnlyFans now?
No, okay. Look. Say OF, and anyone in this group that's called D-Walk and Joe, call it OF. Okay, please. Thank you. Now,
okay.
We're We're gonna pivot before we get to the main event and the clip that we have. All right, Cora Jade said that she was body shamed and then immediately afterwards made an OnlyFans. It is already at the thousands, the free version, and you can pay her $15 now before June something to see whatever the hell she's gonna show. Most likely, it's gonna be lingerie photos. Most likely,
It's still
because she
perfect.
wants to get a job later.
It's still perfect.
But then, most recently, she had put out a tweet that said she wasn't part of it.
That ain't the point.
She would never do that.
The point is, bro, that was the perfect time to fucking give her own shit out because, hey, I'm at the end of the rope. Hey, they body shaming everything. Now she put that out. Everybody gonna want to see that shit. That's money right there. That's perfect.
Of course, it's smart. It's smart. There's millions of just greedy, lonely men or women or others that would pay a lot of money to see people naked in pictures or in videos. Mandy Rose just came out in a video dancing, saying that she made more money in OF than in her wrestling career.
Yeah, she came out in a promo, and I sent the clip to the group, and it was she said in her first 3 months after WWE, when she started doing her first 3 months, that she made more money on her bonus check alone. Not counting what she got paid for the 3 months, just her bonus check for the first 3 months was more than her yearly WWE salary.
Yeah, and I'm happy for her. By the way, you're subbing to her OF D'WALK. I got that from Judah Stanford. And another question here, bro, in the top left literally has no filter. You haven't seen nothing left. We're not in land yet.
Jude,
Stream on Twitch with Blair Davenport. Oh, good for Blair.
Talking about you, D-Walk.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
Okay, now let's get to the main event before we get all nuts. But there was another backstage segment. Tony D talked to Wes Lee, and they have a match next week. That was okay, whatever. And Amora gave the jacket back to Briggs and said, "I'm goodbye, friend." Didn't bow or nothing, but he left. Brooke Jensen, like, the problem is not the partner, the problem is you. I'm paraphrasing. Izzy Dane, for whatever fucking reason, said, truth hurts, man. The truth hurts too, Izzy Dane. You're never gonna win a title, so just don't, be happy being the stooge. Either way, let's get to the main event. Julia versus Jordan Grace. Now, I'm going to say this first before Joe goes on a rant. I was going to try to take my day off today. Jordan Grace spiked Julia twice on her head. Julia did about 2 receipts after that. 2. So it was 2 and 2. Plus, Jordan landed on her head. Ladies and gentlemen, viewer discretion is advised. We do not own the video of this. Next time, when you do a move and you know the body weight, check the angles.
He's a champion, but I like this right here. I like this.
Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God!
To see who's it gonna be.
Oh, God!
Hey, can I say something? And then I didn't get a chance to watch the match. Was it interference? That's another. I'm finna stay to the end, but that's what I'm saying.
Did we see the end of the match?
Huh?
Yeah, we saw the end of the match, right?
No, we saw the end of the match. Like freaking.
No, I didn't. I didn't see the end. I seen it.
Okay,
but I'm guessing interference.
First off, Fab. Okay, hold up, Joe. I don't like when people think that when a frog can turn into a goose. Okay, Izzy Dame is a frog. She ain't never turned into a goose.
No, you got to kiss it twice.
Right.
I seen it happen in real life.
First off, something's wherever you live, you need to record that so you can get some money off that on YouTube. Twice. 2.
Izzy Dame.
Yeah.
Hey, I can see some. I can see some, and it's called Flint water.
He takes 2 sips of Flint water, and he sees all kinds of crazy stuff.
Party, and please say something before he goes nuts on his own life. Go on, girl.
Izzy Dame. She has potential. Okay. She has potential. But yeah. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Wait, there's a button for that. She has potential. Okay, I think the words that she was gonna say that
NXT, there's so much going on for her to be like the star of the show right now. But
I think you meant this
What?
She's less offensive than regular garbage, but she's still garbage.
Yeah, that.
She's still she's less of even Joe was gonna say something. He's like, yeah.
About the recycling.
Joe was gonna say something like, yeah. She's less offensive
No,
than
no.
garbage, but she's still
she's
garbage.
she's regular trash. The ones the flies all go to. We don't need that.
Damn. Why the flies? Why?
It's like,
Hey,
for me,
you
you guys need to let some of these superstars cook. Exactly. And but for me, it's a part of the fact that I realized there were like way too many blonde women on the roster, and then that turned into a whole thing where I realized that somebody in the booking has a fetish.
Shawn Michaels.
So that's why when I there's so many like blonde women wrestlers that I'm like, all right, what sets them apart? And for Izzy, there's nothing that really sets her apart to me. That doesn't mean she's not a talented wrestler. Just
It's the fact that they don't have enough time to leave the kitchen open to cook. They don't have enough time to do that. They have 2 hours a week. That's it.
Joe.
No, hold on, Joe. D-Walk, say your piece. I want to say something after you.
No, I'm saying Joe says she trash like flies flying around her. She not even maggots, bro. Maggots turning to flies, bro. That's messed up. She skipped that stage.
She's not there. Look, listen to me very carefully. Now, I'm not crapping on Izzy Dane for her talent. I'm saying that as Cardi M said it right now, there's too many people in the division right now. You got Sol Ruka, Zarya, Izzy Dane, other. I'm saying that if Izzy Dane would ever win a championship, she would never win. She would only win the NXT championship if Jada Parker, Thea Hale, Ren Sinclair, Carmen Petrovic, Stephanie, and everyone else left. And it was just a bare minimum NXT, which has happened a couple times over the years. That's the only way she can win.
Now, with this comment, I do agree that she is tall, and I would love to see her fight against Lush Legend. Like if Flash is going solo now,
they fought before. They fought before. She stole the match. Really?
Again?
Darth Flash Legend that came out yesterday. Oh, it's my birthday! Kicked everybody out.
I just think
is gone. Or's gone.
I just think they not using. I just think they not using nowadays. They is not using the wrestlers like they used to use them back in the Attitude Era. Cause you remember in Stone Cold era, we had so many fucking. They showed every Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Kane, and Undertaker. They had so many segments with so many different divisions in wrestling. They not using it now.
That's
if they use that fundamental like that, I guarantee it'd be dope.
I see it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment of the show where D-Walk has gone to the heavens. Welcome back, Drunk Walk.
In the eyes of an angel, we shall miss you. Oh.
Hey, I'm not drunk. I just hate this fucking criteria.
Go on, sir. Say your truth. All right, man.
Wrestling.
I know you so well. Man. We talk about the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
No, Joe, I know him so well now. That we talk about the Attitude Era and brings up 3 wrestlers back to back. Like he's drunk. He's drunk. He's
no. Only had a bottle of wine. Only had one bottle of wine.
Oh, that's classy. I like that.
Back in the day, we had levels.
Mm-hmm.
We had people that we called jobbers. Nowadays, they want to give everybody a goddamn participation trophy.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's true. Carmen Petrovic gets a champ. But look. Let's go back to the main event. Julia versus Jordynne Grace, and everyone left. Oh, I'm sorry about you guys. Thank you guys for passing by.
Thank you.
Hold on. Somebody.
I already got it.
Oh, okay.
That happens.
We appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you. They left a private chat, so I got that. Guys, slide, guys. Thanks for having me. Oh, of course, Black Cow Butcher. Thanks for have a night.
Thank you guys.
Now, yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Now let's look. Okay, I have the wrong title too. My bad, guys. That's on me. Here we go. This match was great, but not so great. Jordynne Grace did a lot of crazy moves and again landed on Julia's head. She has to get better with weight control.
A lot of, scary
They were both doing receipts. Julia like spiked her on her head a couple times. I'm like, you pissed her off. And then sometimes she was doing this, like slapping her head to kind of like get some feeling in her head because she didn't feel shit half the time. And that was scary. And Joe's right. Like, you have to stop trying to do these crazy moves. Yes, you're strong and you can flip her like a fucking like a flapjack. But in the instance like this, she tucked her head in like she's supposed to, but her body didn't land where her neck was. Like, it just.
Julia did what she was supposed to do by tucking her chin in.
Yeah.
That's what she was supposed to do. But the problem is that Jordan Grace did not continuously follow all the way through and just dropped.
Yeah.
That was all on Jordan.
Okay. I'm going to compare this one to Kehlani Jordan here because I was noticing for her, she was like flipping really well. Like, she must have been practicing that shit. She's getting really comfortable with it. So compare that to Kehlani Jordan, to
Taria?
No, the other one. Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Two Jordans.
Yeah.
Comparing that to Jordan Grace, like she's got to get more comfortable with it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm glad. I hope Julia's okay, and she's got to work on her shit.
I hope she's okay.
It's concerning.
Now I have a question. I want to answer this question for her. I forgot this is another thing that happened. I just understand why would we close push Lola Vice. Now in the back before this match started, Lola Vice was talking to Stephanie Vaquer and said basically, whoever wins that match between Jordan and Stephanie, I'm going to fight you next. Now we've already seen Stephanie fight Lola. That's a long time ago. She won. So if we see it again, predictions on. Well, why would you even need to do that shit? Lola loses. Next. What the fuck ever. I'm sorry to say that, ladies and gentlemen. Lola ain't winning. Come on.
And AO Fab, you are correct. If you want to pull his comment up, Grace is going to get someone hurt. The same thing happened to Cora Jade where they had to call off the match because Grace rocked her hard. Yes, she went into concussion protocols because of that. Because of Jordan Grace.
I will say this. I have a little nephew who has these little foam gym playground, and he got into parkour very young. And the very first thing I was teaching him was tuck your neck when you roll, because that is the most safety rule number one.
And yes, Lola Vice is a star. She is a star, but just like Jada Parker. And I hate to say this, but I love these new buttons, ladies and gentlemen. They're really great to press, because they're better than the other ones. There's this one.
Which one?
She's less offensive than regular garbage, but she's still garbage.
Oh, why are you talking about Jada Parker, man?
No, I'm talking about Lola Vice. Lola Vice because of her same gimmick like Jada Parker. I'm a Latina using her butt. I'm a Latina using her butt. She gets
Lola Vice is a real fighter.
No, dude.
I can't.
You notice they script them all in the same variant.
Oh
They script the ethnicities in that variant.
Thank you, Joe. Lola was talking in Spanish. Lola talking in Spanish, and then Stephanie, bless her heart, once again was trying to say a sentence, and then Julia came in, and then she tried to say a sentence, and then that was it. I was like, and then Cardi M had a good point. Y'all should put this shit in subtitles. She just should have said it in Spanish, and there would be subtitles below. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, here's the thing.
I'm sorry.
I respect that they're learning English. Just let them learn English at their own pace and let them speak their native language, because you can if you just stick some subtitles on there, it's not that hard.
It's not that hard. WWE writers, there's a thing called U-Cut that if you take that clip and then put it in the caption button, it gives you captions. So and it's free. It's
or
free.
anytime those wrestlers come on screen, you hit an animate button and it animates them and then puts subtitles at the bottom.
Hey, like they did you remember back in the day, Joe, they did what was Funaki partner Tonka when he said it
Tanaka.
Yeah, they said something like that was somebody else in the back doing his voice.
Yeah, it was. It was somebody in the back. It was somebody in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the 50 people that are watching. Hit that like and then subscribe and everything else. We got more comments popping in right here. Lola's a fighter. She's doing hands and feet, not just ass, and then funny emojis.
But that is exactly how they portray her.
Yeah,
I want to give this
stripper vibes.
I want to give this match. I want to give this rating of a match a C- because it looked hard hitting. Like Julia right now, as of 24 hours, she's okay.
I'm not blaming Julia's performance
I'm not blaming her at all. I'm not blaming her at all. I'm just giving this match a C- because it was good. It was a good match. It was good moves. It was scary as fuck for both wrestlers, and you should not do this again. That's it.
How many people is she going to have to hurt before they put her on the shelf?
They don't care. NXT that's the bad thing. It's like what's that movie with
she can cuss somebody and put somebody out for a few weeks and put them in concussion
No,
protocol.
yeah, but with NXT,
now she
there's
broke someone's
plenty of
neck.
meat
She
for the
almost broke
grinder.
her own neck.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
I said, but think about Jada Parker and mention her and everything, make me about to go to the strip club.
Oh my god. No, you know what?
Hey,
no,
Fab.
Joe. He gets
Ridge.
his button. He likes it or not.
Oh, that is gonna be rough. And raw. We're gonna be raw.
That's what she said. All right.
I gotta dig him too, man. Come on, man.
So
you
AO Fab said
right now.
she's the next Rich Holland.
Hold up now.
That is gonna be rough. And raw. We're gonna be raw.
Bravo.
Anyway,
go on, Joe.
Comment says she's going to be the next Rich Holland, but problem is Rich Holland only injured and hurt one person. That was Big E, and she's already injured and hurt almost three people, and she's almost even injured herself. She's almost broke her own damn neck twice in one match.
Yeah, and that's a problem with that. But you know what? Cardi M rating of the match.
I give it was a D for me.
Yeah.
It just wasn't flowing right, and I think Jordan Grace needs to go back to training, and and that's again great wrestler, but like I don't know what's going on with that. But you need to
lay off the juice, Jordan. Lay off the juice.
No, the mic is not there. Now, D'WALK rating.
I get it sandwich. A goddamn.
maybe she could fight Rhea, but
Future.
I get it.
not working.
2 Big Macs and a large fry with a drink.
Okay, that's just D'WALK. That's fine.
What?
Now I have a question.
Number one.
Joe know what that means?
Yeah, that's Joe. I don't know what that means. So that just sounds like you thinking of McDonald's.
That means it was terrible.
He took a break.
Yeah.
He went and took a break, went to McDonald's, got some food.
Yeah, I know, in his mind. But either way, but I want to say this before we leave. I have a question for everyone down in the comments who's watching this. The 14 people, 12. Thank you guys for watching this. Thank you for Black Couch Booking, like boosting us to we can have an audience to talk about anytime with D'WALK. If by the end of this month, Stephanie, Julia, and this is hypothetical, Stephanie, Julia, Roxanne, and Jordan Grace leave, who are the next 4 pillars of NXT that would hold that thing down for the least 3 months? Joe, go.
You said Roxanne, Julia, and who else was leaving?
Stephanie and Jordan.
Zaria, Sol Ruka, Thea Hale, and Lash Legend.
Okay. D'WALK, you're 4.
Yeah, that's all.
Can't use Joe's. Can't use Joe's. Can't use Joe's.
He took mine.
So many women. There's so many women in the back. We have to use new people. We have to.
Okay, Lola Vice.
Okay.
Can I name released wrestlers if they wasn't released?
If they were not released and they're still in the company, yes, you can use them. If they were released, no.
Lola Vice, maybe Carbon Petrovic if they did it right.
Okay, that's 2. You're missing one, Ayo Fab. Give me one more.
Fuck.
Good for Joe. Okay. Come on, D-Walk. 2 more left. Come on now.
No, I can't see the rest of them. Like,
there's so many women in the back. You know damn well there's so many women. Come on now.
I can name 5 right now that you have names.
Exactly. I can give you 6.
come on, man, leave me alone. Oh, I'm trying to think.
All right, fine. Cardi M, go.
Okay, yeah, see.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I say Kelly Armstrong,
1,
Kehlani Jordan,
2,
Jada Parker.
3.
I'm still figuring out the 4th one. I don't know.
All right, come on now. One more, just to add the heart. So many girls in the back.
I guess Izzy Dane, but I feel like there's somebody I'm forgetting. I don't know.
Okay.
I know Alex's first person.
Shut up. I know it.
No, I know it is. Okay. Ren Sinclair.
Yep, there it is.
I knew you damn well get Ren Sinclair. Ren Sinclair.
Don't say it. No, my turn. Don't say both of them.
No, D-Walk. No, D-Walk.
You gotta wait.
Now, come on now. Okay.
You gotta wait.
Ren Sinclair. Tatum Paxley. Wendy Chu. And I hate to say this fucking name. I hate to say this fucking name.
You said Tatum Paxley, she released.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
Not yet.
No, I'm like, you use the names. I've used the person that no one else used. Yeah, you said easy name. So I would say Tatum Paxley. I would say Ren Sinclair. I would say Wendy Chu.
She's on Evolve.
It doesn't matter. These are the 4 pillars in the future. You take them out of Evolve and you put them up to NXT. This is the future. I would say the 4th person. Fuck, I don't remember her name exactly, but it was Hayes Jamison.
I would say Brinley Reese, but okay.
She drinks on Evolve, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the post review podcast every Thursday or Sunday on my channel. But Hayes Jamison, she could be like the drunk person, like the person that wins matches by just being like stupid. But that's my 4.
I thought you would have went with Kendall Gray.
Who's your last 2? Who's your last 2? You said.
I said, I gotta say it all over again. I said,
Ben Sinclair, Wendy Chu, Tatum Paxley,
God damn
and
it.
Hayes Jamison.
You took my man. That ain't fair, man. Y'all keep taking my
First
shit.
off, First off, you're looking at your phone. Therefore, you're looking at a list of wrestlers.
That's because
that's
hold
cheating.
on. But first of all, that's because Joe took my first 2. You took my 3rd one.
I was gonna say Ruka.
Even Joe's like, what the fuck, man? That's the rules.
I can still name more wrestlers that haven't even been named.
Is really green.
I know she's green.
I don't know if they're gonna bring her back to NXT.
Ooh, okay. Thank you for that. Thank you about that. If it's not Hayes James Jamison, it would be Kendall Gray or Carly Bright, because she's like the new Bailey. She's the new Bailey. I like that. Like, just like everywhere she goes, she brings happiness.
I got to make sure her mental health is in the right place first.
Kylie Ray. Sorry about that.
Or Santino Morella's daughter could be another Kurt Angle, where you remember Kurt Angle was all friendly and everything, and then she got all crazy and everything. Hey.
Ariana Grace. I think she could if she would stop with the fucking prom queen shit.
Yeah. No.
Actually, a judo master like her dad is.
Yeah,
she is.
Yes, but look how long. But when Kurt Angle first started, Kurt Angle first started, I thought Kurt Angle was corny. He coming out with like that, but then he started getting aggressive. I'm like, yeah, I like Kurt Angle. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But either way, I want to say thank you guys for giving us a 4. Thank you guys in the comments giving us a 4. Chantel Monroe, that was a good one. That I think it was right here. Not this one. Maybe Tyra May steal a 4th one. I feel like LFG, she has something. Tyra May steal. I was thinking about that too. Or Bailey Humphrey. But this one was actually a good one right here. It would be Chantel Monroe, Lash Legend, Jada Parker, and JC James. 3 black girls and 1 white girl. That actually is the best thing ever. She's like,
hey.
That would be pretty
Fallon
cool.
and Lacey.
JC Jane, actually, I would change JC for Jasmine. For Jasmine Nix. Jasmine Nix, we've seen that she's got better. Like a Jakarta Jackson. In the future, she can get a way
If we were
better.
talking about Evolve, there's a lot of wrestlers that I could see coming up to NXT.
There's a lot of LA.
Hey, y'all see Evolve got belts now?
Yeah. Not for
Yeah.
now. No, I haven't seen that yet. Don't be spoiling that. I haven't seen, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow on Sunday, we'll talk about the post review. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe, say your piece before we get out of here.
I thank everybody for coming by. Thank you everybody for coming through. Make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe, and keep an eye on our products. We're here every Wednesday with NXT Time with D-Walk and Saturdays with the PUWF podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans, talking about all things wrestling and sometimes movies.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. We'll get to that too. We'll get on that.
Also, no one mentioned the one chick from LFG.
Humphrey?
Yeah, the scary looking man woman.
That's what I would say in the future. That would work.
The one that did that fucking like power bomb slam move.
Yeah. The one that she took from the other wrestler.
She have no net.
So
I'm just saying.
She's
I ain't saying nothing about that.
Jenny Parker got too much ass. So
let's just say she it looked like she played for the other team.
Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't even say it.
Okay, say it, Cardi.
Okay. Check us out at the Evolve podcast if you want to hear us talk more about that. It's on Thursdays and Sundays, and you can find that on his YouTube channel. And follow me on Instagram. That's KARDALAMOHAED. I'm gonna be launching my Patreon soon, so you can check that out. So
yeah.
And you can find D-Walk on Mr.Flint810. I say again, Mr.Flint810. You can find Joe BNCO on JOE space BNCO. Great channel. You can find me on Rican Reactions, RICANREACTIONS.
Also,
Rican Reactions. Yes.
We're also I'm doing some research into getting our stream set up for a podcast form to where it'll be on Spotify and Apple Music.
Oh, nice. I appreciate that. Like I said, we on Spotify, if you type in NXT Time with D-Walk, which is D, a little thing on the top, and Walk, you'll find it on Spotify. We got a couple episodes there, not all of it. Check us out on Thursdays and Sundays, like Mr. Cardala said. Post review Evolve podcast. We're going episode by episode. We have Terrell and CJ Wolfie, for real Terrell and CJ Wolfie, on the in the back. It just being great hosts, great commentary, great side by sides. And Saturdays at 9:30 or 9 p.m. when we have these two guys who are unfiltered, who could talk for 5-6 hours straight, wrestling and otherwise. Welcome to the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans, where we just talk the shit, shoot the shit, and burn the shit to be a better world. Ladies and gentlemen, stay healthy, stay happy. Bailey Humphrey, thank you for that. Welcome to the NXT Time with D-Walk. If you want to find us, we'll see you next week. Mr. Flint 810. Not 810. That's a totally different motherfucking beast. All right, we don't play that shit. We got the last comment of the night. I like Jasmine Nix, but they need to stop treating her like she's a jobber. Well, guess what? Her boyfriend they're trying to bury that shit. So once they get rid of that, we'll get back to Jasmine Nix. Stay healthy, stay happy, and remember, NXT Time with D-Walk is having fun and just enjoying the good times. Honestly, Thanks for watching. And remember, condom only costs 45 cents to $3, depending on what city you live in. Wear one and spay and neuter your pets.
Lace up your boots, we're about to fight. NXT in the house, bringing the hype. We walk on bike, ready to ignite. Detroit hip-hop, we take it flight. Body slamming, the crowd's going wild. Square circle with the kings of the pile. NXT superstars, we're breaking the mold. This Detroit beat will never get old. Step into the ring, feel the adrenaline rush. NXT wrestlers, we're the ones that can't crush. With our moves so smooth, we're the next generation. Detroit hip-hop meets wrestling sensation. Lace up your boots, we're about to fight. NXT in the house, bringing the hype. D-Walk on the mic, ready to ignite.